Welcome back on Dynamode. Today I want to propose you the unboxing and first impression about the General Handbook 2018 released by the Games Workshop together with the releasing of the Age of Sigmar 2nd edition. In this case I want to propose the unboxing and first impression, but I realize other videos that are specified to see some particular parts about this General Handbook. And for example, there will be the new analysis about the new Flesh Eater Kurz islands and so on. So there will be other videos that you can find about it. Anyway, now we can start to see what are the contents inside this General Handbook 2018. First, we have to see that the cover, that it's really quite amazing. I really like it, and it's related mainly to the Stormcast. But anyway, it's really great. Then we can open and we can see the contents with a bit of background to introduct. Then we can flip and we can see the beginning, so how to use this manual to bring more use to your armies and on the field. In this case, there is a fight between the Stormcast and the Chaos, and the Cinch of Demons in this case. Then we can flip and we can start to see that there are the open world sceneries, in this case the battle plans. So it's nice to see because these ones can be used also to represent matches play, so the pitched battles. But in a way it's quite interesting because there are a lot of more choices to take note about. And there are also other things, for example the objectives, the lose table and the sudden death table. I have yet to verify if they are the same as the previous edition of the General Handbook 2017. But I think that if they are different, there will be the release also of a box of cards as it has been done for the previous one. And you can find the video about the unboxing of those cards up here or in the description if you want. Then we can flip and we can find the aerial battles. That it's quite interesting, and I think that for the ones that want to try something different, that can be a really quite interesting one to take these as a new type of a new way to play, and it's quite interesting I think. And there are also battle plans related to this, so it's really quite interesting. Then we have the narrative play games, because they are in way important in this type of game, and they are a sort of way to use the same as the open play, but they are more suited in the way to represent the certain matches, certain episodes that has happened during the history, so it's quite interesting. And there are a lot of different rules that you can use about, with also some battle plans about. So I think that they can be really quite interesting to use these, because there can be really a lot of inspiration to use different battles to represent different episodes in the games, so it's quite interesting. Then we have obviously the historical battles, and it's a sort of way to represent both the open battles and the narrative battles. So this is a way to apply the previous two in concrete, so it's quite interesting one. And there are also some examples, for example, for having the battle plan itself to play these historicals. There are only some, but it's in a way it's quite interesting. This it's a really nice scenario that you can play, and I think that it can be quite inspirational about. So it's a combining of different elements, and I think that they are quite nice. There we can see other battle plans. We have quite a bit of things to see, so they are quite interesting. And then we have the match play, that it's the thing that I'm interested more about, and I think also the main part of my followers. And here we can see the introduction of this match play. So we can see the new pitch battles rules, so you can see there are a lot of different things to take note about, and they are not so different from the previous ones, but I suggest you to read them, because they can give you a bit of different ways to apply, so pay a bit of attention. And then we have the new battle plans that in some way are the same that in the previous General 2017, but remember that the previous one it was for the old ones, so I believe that it's good to take also this one, because it lets you have many more options to choose about, so it's an interesting one. The main part is almost the same anyway, but there are a bit of difference in the details about this plan, so see it. And then we have the each battle profile, so with the new points and so on. And remember that this it's updating the previous profiles, so if you want to play with the points, it's better that you buy this book because it's quite useful. The ones with this sign are the ones that has been upgraded, so it can be really quite interesting. As you can see, the main part are the school battalions that has been upgraded as points, because they usually cost more than previously. You can see there are a lot of things, almost for all the ones. What I want to make you notice is that here there are the night hounds, and it's quite mocking because this General Handbook upgrade what are the battletomes released before this one, but the Battletomes of the Night Hounds will be released after, so this table it's completely useless because it doesn't have any sense. So okay, simply it. So we have a lot of different things to see. And then we have Conquest Unbound that let you go to see the Shining Elements. So you have the profiles for the different Shining Elements that you can find. So it's can be really quite interesting one. Because if you want to have also a sort of summary of what has been released about the different sceneries and that's been upgraded, so it's quite interesting one. And then we had the new summoning rules. Remember that these apply only to armies that are specified, and in some cases they can be quite interesting, but they can also modify quite a lot the ways to apply. For example, for the Seraphon ones, it's quite a good change because it removes, and you see in the aliens about Seraphon and the realized video about it, a lot of things about the summoning for the Seraphons, and it's not so bad, believe me. Then we had the different alien disabilities, so we had the Darkening Covenants, for example, we had the Dispossessed, then we have the Free People. So there are a lot of different aliens. We have the First Layers. Here we have also two school battalions about the First Layers themselves, and are the remaking of ones that you can find in the previous General Handbook 2017. Then we have about the Seraphon, as I said, and it's quite interesting. I can yet anticipate you, for example, that you could not skip using the Slan, using the Seraphon, I think, because there is too much to use them. There are also the upgrading of the Volscron Battalion about the Seraphons itself, and this has been upgraded, so finally has received the FAQ itself that has been released, and now it's understandable what it means, this Volscron Battalion, so it's quite interesting. You had the Wanderers, you had the Breherd, the Slanesh. So there are really a lot of challenges to take note about this. There are the Slaves of Darkness, so there is a lot about Chaos, and moreover about the ones that has not been released yet. Scam Pestilence, the Scam Skyr. So also for the Scams there are quite a lot of things. There are the Flesh Eater Kurz, and this has been modified quite big, believe me, because there are quite a lot of changing. Anyway, I'll also for this realize a video for sure, so don't worry, you see them in detail. You have the Iron Jaws, and the final one are the Volscron Battalion about the Iron Jaws itself. And then we can finish with this page. About this book, I think that it's quite concrete and it's quite needed, so it's almost a must for the ones that want to play balanced, so the match you play. and there are a lot anyway of things that you can mix together to realize a lot of different way for your army. So I think that it's something that you should buy anyway, because it's a really quite interesting one. So I suggest you to buy it.
From Dynamod, it's everything. I invite you to put a like on this video, to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell, and to comment this video if you are interested in something about this video or you want to suggest me some arguments for other videos. I hope to see you again to the next time.